Yo, what's good, YouTube? Gamer Zero coming at you with my GTA Online progression series from ditches to riches. This week is Hangar Week, so there's a discount on that and all of the upgrades for it. So we went ahead and took advantage of that, purchased the hangar, and I'll go ahead and talk way more in depth about the hangar later on in the video. We also ended up visiting the gun van, and this week they have the tactical SMG and they also have the Widowmaker. I ended up picking up a tactical SMG, and I recommend other players to purchase it if you don't have one already, because it is most likely the best drive-by shooting weapon in the game because it can hold 60 bullets. We skipped out on the Widowmaker because weeks prior to this week we ended up picking up a Gatling gun, and they're essentially the same thing, and I got the Gatling gun super cheap, so I passed on that. But other than that, not a bad gun ban for the most part. Another thing we ended up taking advantage of this week is the LS Car Meet Drift Series races, so we can win the prize ride. And it's easy. All you need to do is open up your phone, go to the quick join tab, and then you can join whatever series you want. But in this case, we ended up joining the Drift Race series so we could win the car. Now, when it comes to the car, it is the Dominator ASP, which is one of the top 5 LS Tuner DLC cars when it comes to racing. And remember, I did speak on saying in the series that I wanted to build a muscle car garage, so we definitely added this to the collection. One thing about the Drift Race series is that it is very friendly towards beginners, because when you end up modifying one of the LS Tuner cars that qualifies for drift tuning to a drift car, all the performance upgrades get uninstalled from it if it had any in it. And if it didn't, you won't be able to install any performance upgrades. So essentially, all the cars you're seeing, all your opponents and all that, they're essentially stock cars, but just with visual modifications. And when it comes to this series, they give you a stock car, or actually a selection of stock cars that you can choose from so you can drift. So we definitely take advantage of this activity so we can qualify for the prize ride. And as you know, since this is an LS Car Meet race, we get LS Car Meet rep. And we also get money and RP, of course, because you always do for any mission that you do. So after we finish 4 days of placing top 5, we get a text from the LS Car Meet saying we got the prize ride. So we go ahead and head on over there. And you already know, man, I'm about to get that car because I've been playing for a little bit to try to get this. And it's just nice having a free car that we can get. And this is how I made her look. I hope y'all enjoy. Now we're going to begin setting up the hangar, because this is going to be a very good business for us. One, because it's going to help us make money if we decide to go with this business. And two, we could also have Johan at the nightclub sourcing cargo now. So that's going to help out a lot. So we're going to go ahead and meet up with Ron. That's going to be the guy that's going to be helping us run this business. And then we also have Charlie. Charlie is also another person in this business who has his own DLC, which we'll probably get into some other time. So after we get introduced to everybody, Ron goes ahead and gives us a tour. He shows us our office. This is where we're going to be doing most of our work here. And then he shows us our living quarters, which I don't know what he was doing up in here, but yeah. And then we help him haul off all the bodies of the people that he got, and Ron ends up heading out. So afterwards, we're able to start setting up our business.
Don't let me down!
So we begin setting up the business, and we have to head over to Mackenzie Field, and we're going to have to go ahead and kill some, of course, Lost MC. You always love to see him, but once we take care of him, we go ahead and hop in the mogul, and we take off, and we're supposed to deliver this back to the hangar. You do end up, unfortunately, getting some police on you while you're flying this thing, but you're in a plane, so you're going to get away from them really, really easily. Once you're done with that, you go ahead and just drop it off, and it's literally as simple as that. The hangar is now set up. All right, in this section here, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to run the hangar business, how you make money from it. I'm going to go over some of the amenities that the hangar has for you, and I'm also going to talk about some of the upgrades that I do recommend you purchase if you decide to buy a hangar. So as you can see here, we're in our office and we're at the computer. We're going to go ahead and hop on it. Now on this screen here, you'll see how much stock you have in a bar graph format of the different types of cargoes that you have. Then we have the total stock, pretty much just how much stock you have in general between all of the different types of cargoes. As you can see here, you can only have 50 crates at one time. Then we have other information here about how much steel missions you've done, how many sail missions you've done, all that good junk is right here. Then we have the rival smugglers tab. This tab essentially, if you're in a public lobby, any player that is registered as CEO or MC that owns a hangar will pop up here. Then we have the source screen, and whatever type of cargo you want to source, there you go, it's here. You can pick whichever one you want. They're all worth the same, and whenever you select whichever one you want, you have an air or land source mission that you can do. Now land source missions and land sell missions were added recently to the game just to make this business a little bit more solo friendly and a little bit easier to navigate. I do recommend doing land source missions, but if you have like real good aircrafts like the F-160 Raiju, or like, you can even use a Sparrow if you want, I do recommend doing air missions if you like that type of stuff. Then we have the sell screen. On the sell screen here, as you can see, you can either sell individually from these certain tabs, or you can sell all cargo down here. And you can also see a numerical format of how much of the different types of cargoes you currently have in your hangar. So let's explain a little bit about another thing that the hangar business has going for it. You usually only want to source one type of cargo because you get a bonus. The more of that one type of cargo you have, the more of a bonus you'll get. And if you have 50 of one type of cargo inside of your warehouse, you'll actually get a double bonus. If you come downstairs right below your office, you'll see all of these racks here. This is where you'll visually be able to see all of your cargo that you're accumulating. And as you can see here, this is an example of that. We got 3 here, and you get these 3 from doing the setup of the hangar. They give you these 3 for free. Then we have Rooster. Rooster is a newer addition to the air freight business, where you can just walk up to him and you can have him source air freight cargo. Normally it costs $25,000, but due to the event week, it costs half of that. Now Rooster, he will be able to source between 1 and 2 random crates. So he'll bring either 1 or 2 back, and it will be a random type of crate if you tell him to go and do it. If you're trying to only go for one type of cargo inside your hangar business, I don't recommend using Rooster. But if you don't care about that, if you just want to get it done quicker, then Rooster is the way to go. I'm going to talk a little bit about the upgrades that you can purchase for the hangar and the ones that I recommend. So as you can see here, I have the traditional office furniture upgrade. I do recommend every player purchase one of these office furniture upgrades. Reason being is I'll show you why right now. So we'll head over to our hangar and I'll renovate it. Now when you first set up the hangar and you're here, and let's just say you bought it bare, you didn't buy any upgrades or anything for it, you're gonna have this one here for the office furniture, the standard. Now as you can see here, there's nothing pretty much inside the office, just your computer, your desk, and then you have like the security cameras, but other than that there's nothing else in here. But with the traditional, you have more furniture in here, and in particular what the furniture piece that I want to talk about is this table here. And the same thing with the modern. You also have that table there. And that table gives you snacks. As you can see, there's a bowl of snacks right there. So if you purchase any of the furniture upgrades for the office, you'll be able to have snacks available in your hangar for you and your friends. The next thing that I suggest people buy if you're going to purchase hangar is the living quarters. Now, the living quarters allows you to spawn in your hangar. And you could pick traditional or modern, whichever one you like. Doesn't really matter. Purchasing the hangar without having to purchase any additional upgrades does come with a weapon workshop. I've talked about this previously in a different episode. But if you're wondering what this is, it is basically where you could take the weapons in game and you can purchase some of them here. You could also upgrade them to their Mark II variants. Mark II variants are pretty good. So I definitely do recommend that you take advantage of a weapon workshop. The last upgrade that we're going to be talking about is the upgrade that you can purchase for the hangar that allows you to modify and customize your aircrafts. Going to head over to our hangar. And it's this one here, the workshop. I do recommend buying it because as you can see, I'm going to head over to my Cuban 800, which does come for free when you purchase a hangar. You get this for free when you purchase it. And there's an option up there that says press right to modify your aircraft. And yeah, you could upgrade any aircraft that you choose to bring here. So there's some aircraft in the game that can only be resprayed, but there's a lot of them that can be upgraded with different types of guns, different kinds of weapons, different kinds of armor, and also performance upgrades like engine and transmission, turbo, all that, that you have for your cars. So I do recommend purchasing the workshop so you can upgrade all of your aircrafts. During this week, we're actually able to take advantage of our very first public lobby acid lab sale. Now, I always sell my acid in public lobbies because you get the most money. You get about $500K for 25 players or over, and that's really good. That's $500,000. And the way we're sourcing the acid lab with the stash houses, we're essentially getting free money right there. All we got to do is do the mission. Now, unfortunately, it is a public lobby. You do have other players in there that if they decide to grief you, they can. And unfortunately, in this particular cell mission, I do end up having an altercation with a player. As you can see here, I hid the acid and I saw a guy on an oppressor, so I ended up popping up the menu to bring up Ghost Org, and I did end up popping Ghost Org. But yeah, you'll see what happens next.
Welcome, brother.
One thing that I wanted to mention in this clip here and in this particular type of cell mission where you have to hide the acid stashes, there will be undercover police units in some of these locations, and there will also be undercover police, as you literally just saw. But all you gotta do is just put the acid somewhere where they won't see you doing it, and there's literally nothing that they could do about it. And there you go. Boom, 500 grand in the bag. So we did make 500 grand. Always good to make some good money in a public lobby off the acid lab. We also took advantage of junk energy skydives. On the map, you'll see little parachute icons. And when you get to them, you'll either see a parachute bag or you'll see a booth that says junk, the quick fix on it. You'll see the junk energy cans. And then you can do these skydives. This event week, these junk energy skydives were triple money and triple RP. And we actually did make a good amount of money doing these. I'm not even gonna lie. I was actually surprised as to how much money I made. Normally, when you do one of these skydives, it only pays about $5,000 for a gold medal. And to get gold medals in these activities, 1, you have to hit every checkpoint. 2, you have to beat it before the challenge time. And 3, you have to land within the yellow corona at the end of the junk energy skydive. Now these things, like I was saying, normally pay $5,000 a piece, but on triple money and triple RP, as you can see here, they are paying $15,000 per, and there's a total of 10 junk energy skydives that you can do every single day all around the map. So if you do all 10 skydives at $15,000 a piece, you'll get 150 grand. And if you complete every skydive without gold medals, you get 150 grand. It's normally you get 50,000, but remember it is triple money and triple RP. And you'll also get an additional bonus if you do all of them with gold medals. You get another $150,000 this week. So in total, you can make $450,000 every single day doing this activity during this event week. Made some real good cash, and if you took advantage of this, I commend you, because this was a real good way to make money this week on GTA. That's pretty much what we did for this week. We took advantage of all the event week stuff, bought a hangar, got Dominator ASP, and we got griefed, of course, but we still were able to make some good money off of that. And I can definitely tell you that this event week has been pretty nice and refreshing for me as well. I haven't really been doing any Kyle Pericos this week, haven't been doing any Cluck and Bell farm raids this week at all. I've just been enjoying the junk energy skydives, and I've been taking care of all the small money grind stuff that I have set up for myself. Of course, we still been doing the biker bar and the bike service, and we've actually been doing these auto shop contracts. These have been very refreshing because they're easy to set up, and they're just quick little missions, like little 7 to 10 minute missions that you can do that are real easy and make some okay money. Of course, we took advantage of the exotic exports list that auto shop provides for us. We also have been taking advantage of our nightclub that we set up recently. The safe inside of the nightclub has been coming through really, really good for us. And of course, a little mission with Marcel, that's been giving us some pretty good money too. You get $10,000 every time you do it. But like I said, I just been taking care of the small money grind things, because grinding Kyle Perico and Cluck and Bell back to back to back just to get money can get really tiresome and can really just be a drag. So this week has been really refreshing for me and renewed my perspective and enjoyment for this game. Like, I actually been hopping on almost every day, not only due to the prize ride, but just in general, it's actually been fun, doing all these small little missions. We actually made a killing this week. We made over $6 million. I'm almost at $7 million now, not even doing any Kyle Pericos or anything like that. So this week has been very fun for me. Like, if anything, I said this previously in a video before, that it's always good to have fun in any particular game you're playing. And sometimes GTA Online, you could kind of get a little complacent, especially with all the activities that provide big money. So, we decided to switch up the grind a little bit just so we could, not get tired of it. As I'm editing this video, the event week is not over yet. It's just about done though. It is Wednesday, and hopefully Rockstar decides to give us another good event week, or even better yet, a great event week. But I think that's going to be it for this video here. This is Gamer Zero, and I'm signing out, and I'll catch y'all in the next episode of From Ditches to Riches. I hope y'all enjoy. And to all my subscribers and everyone else, y'all be safe and take care out there. And before I get up out of here, I gotta hit y'all up with that respect. And I'll see y'all the next one. Peace out and deuces, y'all.